Hey there, it's Judd. Today I wanted to talk about why choosing a CMS is like choosing a vehicle. The right fit depends on your road, driver, mechanic, and of course, your budget. So, what is the best CMS? This comes up a fair bit and is kind of a cocktail party conversation where everyone likes to ask a web developer, so what's the best CMS? I've used X. I'm a WordPress person. I love Webflow. I like Craft CMS. And this is the wrong question. And this may seem odd coming from me as someone who's been deep in the CMS game for a long time. But I've got to say, the more I've done it, the more I realize that there is no best CMS. It's like asking someone, what's the best car? Well, it depends on a number of things. There is no definitive answer to what the best car is. There's the best car for a different situation or a vehicle for their situation. So you got to take a few things into account. And I think the metaphor of a car and a trip works when you're talking about a CMS. So the first thing is the road. What kind of terrain are you on? So you need to know where you're going. What kind of trip is this going to be? You choose a totally different vehicle if you're driving through the Wasatch Mountains in Utah versus if you're driving in Miami. The driver, this is huge. So who's going to be driving this thing? Is it someone who's used a CMS for years? Is it someone who's brand new and is early in their career? Is it someone who may be older and isn't great on computers? Is it going to be someone managing this from a phone or an iPad? So who's using it should really be factor into this heavily and how much training you're able to do. So the third bit of this is more where I come in and the lens I viewed this from mainly, and that is as from the point of view of the person implementing the content management system on behalf of a marketing team. So in this case, in this metaphor, I'd be the mechanic who's going to maintain this thing and what's their level of expertise. So if you have a situation, if you have a good development shop or you have an in-house developer, whomever you're working with, if they love Drupal and have tons of experience with it, use what they're already good at. Don't go shopping for a CMS and think, oh, it's got to have all the latest bells and whistles, or we need to use this because so-and-so's using this. Take a look at your team, and like I said, who's going to be using the CMS, but also who's going to be in charge of maintaining it, who's going to be in charge of upgrading it. And I would lean heavily in the favor, in politics, there's the power of incumbency. I would say the same holds true when it comes to technology. If you have an agency with WordPress expertise, use WordPress. And of course, like most things, it boils down to money. So a lot of this comes down to what you can afford. So there are do-it-yourself platforms, there's AI-powered stuff nowadays, all the way up to fully bespoke systems. I think every developer's created their own CMS at some point in their career. There are enterprise CMSs, there are CMSs that are purpose-built for things like real estate or for different verticals. And if you had a software engineering team and $3 million, you could build something from scratch that is completely tailored to what you're doing. If you're a mom and pop on a shoestring budget, you might use one of these hosted systems that comes with your hosting account, that's $5 a month. So most people are in between. Most marketing teams, most kind of B2B sites are going to be somewhere in between that range. You're going to need something more than a do-it-yourself, but probably not 100% bespoke. So something in the middle where you can kind of data. So the bottom line here is that this is a people decision as much as it is a technical one. Be wary of the sales pitches from these different CMSs. They will all claim they can do anything, they can build anything, they're so flexible. They will sell that they're so easy, that the total cost of ownership is nothing. Think about who's using it, who's going to maintain it, and how much money or resources you have to put towards it, more so than the CMS itself. It's just a tool. And if you have any questions around content management systems or need any help, I help B2B manufacturers build profitable web presence. And get in touch if you ever need anything. Thanks.